Hey everyone, Johnny here. Last video we talked about how to relieve some discomfort from your wrists. Today we want to talk about how we can do the same thing for any knee discomfort or knee pain that you have. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that you can apply directly to the workouts and the training that we have.
Hey, Coach.
This is great.
Are you filming a video?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a second? My knees are really bothering me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're just talking about that. So why don't you stay here, be useful,
Right.
demonstrate what I'm talking about, and you can learn a thing or two.
Awesome. Love it.
Look, this is great. This happened last time too. So again, knee discomfort. So the first thing people are talking about usually is their squats or their split squats or their lunges. Things are not feeling good. Now the first thing we want to make sure is that your form is correct. So if you have some issues or some questions about that, we want to get that out of the way first. The second thing would be if you are new to exercise, we want to make sure we know exactly what we're talking about. Is it directly in the knee, or sometimes people mistake that pain in their muscle, which can be quite normal. So once we get those two things out of the way, we can start talking about how to reduce that discomfort. So the first thing we can do, and I'll make sure I'm out of the way here, is we can do an assisted version of those exercises. So those knee dominant exercises like a squat or a split squat or lunge, we can assist ourselves by having something we hang on to with our hands and take as much force off of the lower body as we need. So Coach Sean here is using a TRX suspension trainer, but you could use anything. You could hold onto a chair. You could, if you were in the basement, throw something, towel up over the rafters. Whatever you can do to hang on something and assist yourself up would be a great strategy. The other thing you could do is you could squat in particularly to a chair or to a bench, and so you can take all the load off when you have a seat. Okay? So this can be great also to work on your form, but this can be a little bit gentler on your body as well. You can also combine them. You can have some assistance. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
There we go. So we can combine stopping in a full position and assisting ourselves up. So with the split squat, same thing. Obviously we're not sitting down, but we could use some hand support. You could even use a dowel or a broom handle and hold it in one hand, depending on how much support you need. Okay? So that's the first way we can reduce the discomfort, is assisting ourselves through either hand support and or taking a seat and stopping in the middle of the movement. The second thing we could do is try to find a different version of an exercise that accomplishes the same thing. So we'll give you an exercise known as the staggered squat. So it's kind of in between a squat and a split squat. What you're going to do is you're going to get your feet hip width apart. Your back toe is going to be in line with your front heel, and you're just going to squat down in this position. And this might actually be more accurate to how you would squat down and pick something up in your own home, actually. So many people find that there's a little bit of give or a little bit more forgiveness with the knees in that position. So that could be something you could try and use as an option if a split squat or a squat was bothering you. If that doesn't work, so we've talked about taking off the force with hand support or having a seat. We've talked about maybe finding a different exercise that accomplishes the same goal. If those don't work, our recommendation is still to go for a lower body exercise, but that more focuses on the hips. So for us, that might be something like a deadlift or a glute bridge, where the knees aren't actually, big involved in terms of taking that force. It's more the hips that we're looking at. So whether it's a glute bridge like this, deadlift, kettlebell swing, you're going to find that your knees are most likely going to feel fantastic because they're not a big focus or emphasis on that movement. So there you have it, folks. 3 different ways to help your knees feel a little bit better: assisting yourself, changing the exercise, or changing the entire focus of the exercise to be working more with the hips. I'd like to thank Coach Sean for popping by unexpectedly and helping us with this video. Have a great day.
What was that for?